Okay, guys. Good to get a victory out there. Let our kids through whatever hurdles they faced today. They kept fighting back individually and collectively. So that's a good thing. We got a lot to learn. We left a lot of offense, a lot of defense, and a lot of special teams on the table. But that's a good football team. As I told you at the beginning of the week, I really believed they're a good football team, and they are. So I'm proud of our guys' performance. Proud of how they approached the 2 weeks. It's tough coming off a loss, having a bye, and now we're going 9 straight. So I'll open up for questions.
Greg, Mo's performance. I mean, what do you think of it?
That was pretty spectacular, right? 16 completions. We have 100 and something yards, 170 yards or something. Just continues to impress. And as you guys know about Mo, the best thing about Mo is the guy that he is. So on top of all that, being a great football player as the person he is, he's someone that says a lot for our program, but he represents hopefully what we're about.
Craig, you've hit on a formula, I think, of 3 games, producing turnovers and going to Sanu. Can that continue? Can you count? I should ask, can you count on that every game?
We play an attacking style on special teams and on defense, so I hope we can create takeaways. I think we have really good wide receivers that we have to get involved. It's not by choice that we're not. It's just kind of the way things are unfolding. But in the first 3 games, we've left some offense on the field. We've dropped some passes. We've done some things. When those things start registering, today we threw 2 deep balls just a little too far outside. When we start getting that part, those are the things when you get better. Those will start. Those are quick scores. Those are the things that help you open up games.
From the standpoint of a defensive coordinator, what makes Muhammad such a hard player to cover?
His athleticism. He has such great body control. And I think Frank and the staff do a great job of moving him around. And on the move, it's very hard for a stationary or even a moving defensive back or linebacker to match up with him. And he's so strong once he catches the breaks tackles.
Greg, what went into your decision to stick with Jameson today?
Well, all along we've said, and I've said, he's got really great vision and really great feet. Came back out of shape. He had to work himself into shape. So now you're talking about 29. Was it 4 weeks of training camp, and then another 3 weeks here. I think we got a good combination right now. He was hot today. We kept feeding him the ball. I think Savon is going to just get better and better. I think he was a little jacked up today, playing in his first kind of real debut, if you would say that. I don't know. He just needs to hit him. He'll slow it down. And then I think Jeremy's got his things that we got to do with him. So I think it'll be a good mix. But I thought Juwan ran very well today. Very well. There was a couple plays that were negative plays. In the past, he just made a guy miss in the backfield and turned it into a 4-yard gain. Those are the plays that don't get a lot of notoriety, but man, they're key.
I know you hit on the long balls with Chase, but what did you see from him overall today?
Competitor, just a fighter. That one, the play that rings most in my mind is he's got to throw it hot. We don't have a guy to block that guy off the edge, and he stood in there and threw the ball, and he knew he was going to get walloped. Competitor.
Greg, new right side of the line today. What went into your decision to start those guys and give them their starting debuts, and how do you think they performed?
Don't know how they performed. You got to look at the video. I'm sure Kyle has a little better understanding than I do because he's watching that. We practiced that way. We were getting other guys reps. As the week went on, we felt we saw enough good things. We saw a lot of mistakes too. I'm sure there'll be a ton of mistakes on that. But we saw enough good things, the explosion of the power that they bring, that we'll live with a few mistakes until we can limit them as well. But you don't lose that explosion of power.
Right, when their corner 18, Carey got hurt, he said top corner. Did you make a more conscientious effort to go to Muhammad, or was that in the game plan? And
I think Muhammad, whoever's covering him, we have a lot of faith in Muhammad. I don't know if it's such a directed effort at that. We're going to count on Muhammad, but what we need, as I said earlier, is we have some really good receivers. We need to get them cooking too, and then it becomes much more hard to defend.
Greg, you talked about the Ohio quarterback all week. Did he still exceed your expectations?
Well, I'll tell you what, I was thinking him, quite frankly, more as a running threat. I thought our kids did a great job of corralling the run, because that's what they are. I mean, they're a run football team. But he is a good passer. And 7 is a really good receiver. I mean, he plays anywhere in the country, that kid. So we had our troubles today. We had our troubles, and then compound that with, they made some incredible catches. You know, we knocked the ball down right into their chest. They were big plays. You usually don't win a game with as many big plays as we gave up. So we have a lot of work to do, there's no doubt. But, as I just got done telling the team, I like learning and teaching from the win column a lot more than I do the L column.
Greg, you had the ball 2/3 of the game today. Is that something that you can sustain over the course of the season with this offense?
I don't know. You know, points is our main goal. Points. Right? You want to score points. Now, how you do it, sometimes you do it, you know, you can run the ball effectively. You get time of possession. When you can't run the ball effectively, you usually don't get any time of possession. So they're a no-huddle team that went 3 and out several times in the first half. That's what happened. Second half, it wasn't quite that way.
Were you disappointed Savon had limited carries? We had put one on the ground, and then the other one looked like it may have been a missed handoff. I'm not sure.
I think it was a misunderstanding, the other one. But
Okay.
yeah, anytime we put the ball on the ground, I'm very disappointed. You know, interceptions I don't like, but I can live with, because I don't want our quarterback being afraid to stick it in there. Fumbles that we can't live with. But having said all that, he'll correct it. There's no doubt in my mind he'll get it corrected, and he'll rebound from this.
Came into the game first in the nation in third down percentage defense, went 11 for 18 today. What was sort of the mindset on Rutgers today?
Well, it was great on offense. We haven't had a conversion like that in a while. Defensively, I'm not as excited. You know, Ohio was 50%. So net, we won the battle, but we got really. We're usually pretty good on third down. We had sacks and we had plays, and we didn't make them. We were just a little bit off today on defense. They played their guts out, but we were just a little bit off. And you know, I think a lot of that's due to they're on. That's a good offensive football team.
Because we talk about being a little off on defense. In what way?
You know, we're there and we don't make a play in coverage. You know, we got a guy sacked. Now he's a good player. That's what I keep saying. This is a mobile quarterback. He's a great athlete. You know, I'm talking to Coach Solich. He's just a football guy. Loves the game. You know, one of those guys a lot like Chase. You know, and he's more mobile than Chase. He's faster. You know, runner. So we had our hands full.
Got time for 2 more questions.
Mohammed took all the points today.
He did.
Will that continue?
We have some other guys. He's our most sure-handed guy right now. We'll see if that continues. If some guys, you know, Tardy's coming back from an injury, but Tardy's very sure-handed. Karan Pratt can do it. We have some guys that can do it.
So, Greg, how did you come out injury-wise?
I don't know yet. You know, I don't think there's anything big, but I don't know that till later on.
Harrison had a drop. You talked to him, came right back to him. Did you want to do that immediately? And are you concerned about his confidence because he's had a little bit of an issue so far?
Mark's been trying to make plays instead of executing, and that's exactly what we talked about. He came out and he executed perfectly, and Mark's going to be fine.
Did you want to get it right back to him after he had the drop, or it just worked out that way?
Good. I'd say yeah, but I had no idea that Frank was throwing it back to him. I got to be honest. At that time, I was trying to figure out a way to stop them because they were running up and down the field on us. But I'm sure in Frank's mind, he said, it's a big part of our offense. We got to make sure we get him the ball. Thanks, guys.